Witch Chat Wardog message over. Welcome back, guys, to day 11 of our Zhongjang roleplay campaign. Let's get it started. Let's get in there and get the recap for day 10 done, because day 10 we didn't have a lot of sponsored officers turn up to the stream, but it kind of meant that me and Cluffix and Imhotep, who were in the stream, got a little bit more done than we usually do. We were, of course, at war with Song, and we were at war with Han Xin. We've made peace with Han Xin for the time being. He's paying us a total of 10,000 copper over 2 years for that peace, so it's a worthwhile grab. We are at war once again with Ma Zun and with Lang Juanyan, who are both down here just across the bend in the Yellow River. The Lang Juanyan faction used to be Zhangfu. Zhangfu took Hedong, and just before the end of day 10, Han Anyue killed Zhangfu, executed him when capturing him after a battle, and took Hedong, which used to belong to Shu Han, who was our ally and now is not. Did I potentially miss something? That's us. No, that's Song. Yes. Wu have vassalized Shu Han at some point towards the end of day 10. So Shu Han are no longer our ally because they are now Wu's vassal. So we are in a war to the west with Ma Zun and Lang Juanyan. We are in a war to the east with Song. Song owns Yingchuan as well. But we are pretty much winning the war with Song. The Bandit Queen's plan is to take all of the Song territory north of the Yellow River and then turn what's on the south side into a tributary, I think, because if we pushed across there it would be largely indefensible. I think taking this bit and then making money off of that bit and then focusing on the northwest is probably the best idea. I think only having a couple of officers in meant we could just speed through things a lot quicker. It did. How did Adong get control of Shu Han? Adong? I think you mean Sun Quan, since he's in charge of Wu. But, either way, what have we got? We've still got a promotion stacked up for Shun Yu, we still got promotion stacked up for Ju Jun, and we still got a promotion stacked up for Cao Jie. So that is Sarah, Tyler and Doomsday. If they drop into the chat, they have promotions stacked up. Nothing else relevant on that piece. David, just so you're aware, you are over here with the Flying Army, or as they are now colloquially known, the OAP Army, because we realised Song Chen is now 58, Ju Jun is 53, and Shun Yu is 61. So, like, NPC wise, if you guys weren't sponsored officers, he'd be retired now no matter what. Song Chen would be retiring in 2 years as a general, and Ju Jun as a captain would have retired 3 years ago, or would have 7 years left if he was to be a general. So, like, you guys are old as hell. The way that your campaign went in day 10, David, you just took that iron mine at the end of day 9. And possibly... well, we already had Yobe Ping City. In day 10, Song Chen took Yojo and Dai Horse Pastures, and then came and took Bohai Fishing Port. And then, since you took this, you tried to besiege Bohai. An enemy army came up that was stronger than you with the garrison added, so you withdrew. And then there's constantly been an enemy army in Bohai since then. So I just had Song Chen sit here and them sit there, and apparently both sides are content to stare at each other. But the enemy's losing their west. In the west we've got Jiang Wan, the Grand Commandant, and Zhongjang herself, the Bandit Queen, who are both pushing into the west. We've just dealt a stinging blow to Song. So this army here is battered and running away. Oh no, there was a third army, but we've defeated it, I think. So yeah, Song Chen is up here, Jiang Wan is down here, Zhongjang is here. Song Yang is kind of floating around with his own individual retinue. And Han Anyue is of course down in her dong. We have also captured the Emperor Xian. I always want to call him the Child Emperor, but he's a child at the start of the game in 190 AD. It's now 225, so he's... If we say he was... I think he was 13 in 190. He's now 48, so he's definitely not a child anymore. But we have control of Emperor Xian. So yeah, let's click the end turn button and proceed. The Duchy of Shu Han is going to pay us 900 copper if we give them 2 foremen, a stone pig, an overseer in exchange for a non-aggression pact. Dong Yuxiang. Oh, that's what I see what you mean. How did a Dong get hold? I don't know how she ended up. She was Liu Bei's heir, apparently. She might have been his wife, maybe. She reacts negative to diplomatic events harshly. Remembers diplomatic events for a very long time. Aims to create an empire of vassals and tributaries. So it doesn't. Her personality's like pretty aggressive, but it's not very like treacherous. So it might be worthwhile getting in a non-aggression pact with them. Fuck 'em, Child Emperor. Wait, what? Fuck Shu Han because we've got the Child Emperor. Is that what you're saying? I mean, not that it's particularly up to Dong Yuxiang whether she goes to war with us. It's actually up to Sun Quan. But, yeah, it should help her like us more. And if we said no, she'd definitely remember it and not like us. Plus, I'm not bothered about these ancillaries, so I think we do it. We're going to sign that. The chat is just delayed as fuck. It might have been me, David. I might not have looked fast enough. Song not really doing anything threatening. Shu Han joined a war against Wei alongside Wu. Living in harmony. Although fire burns, it can also fuse things together. So it is with these warriors, fierce of temperament and strong of will. They find friendship in one another, even if their dispositions will lead them into arguments of passion more often than not. Relationship deepens between Huang Chuan and Yuan Shu, which is not the Yuan Shu. Last episode we recruited this guy. He was captured, a captured Song officer. And I took to calling him not Yuan Shu because he's not the faction leader Yuan Shu. Right. David, you are up here. You know your situation at present. Ryan, you are down here. Han Anyue needs to kind of take stock of where she's at. Good lord. Nobody likes us at all. Right, let me check Han Anyue's traits. Direct, uncomplicated and intrepid pretty much means she is going to push. I don't know why I went the long way around there, sorry about that. So she's going to head towards that river crossing and try and get Chang'an. We are on the way to giving you an assist, David. Yes, that is the plan. Yeah, exactly as Ryan said it. The Bandit Queen definitely needs to stay where she's at. Oh yeah, in case anybody didn't notice and didn't read the recap, we are now known as the Thai Brotherhood. We are at the equivalent of a duchy, so we are the Thai Brotherhood.
固江山。
What's the garrison like in Onping? It's a large town, so 4 units, and it doesn't have an administrator. That's it.
团结一心。
What's Hernay's garrison look like? Oh, Hernay's a bit more meaty. Why are you not replenishing? What? 50% faction? I don't know what that means.
以柔克刚。
Not 100% sure why the Bandit Queen's army is not replenishing here. I'm going to drop her into encamp stance. I would like to move to our border and go again into ambush.
时局变动，
Copy that.
戡乱讨逆，
Moving up to the border.
路就在前方，集中精神，
Dropping into ambush.
出其不意，攻其不备，
No worries, Imhotep. See you in a bit.
折而不摧。
Song Yang, Ryan, he's going to request from you because he doesn't want to do anything that would ruin your plans, but he would like to come behind you, but not be in ambush, or he could drop into ambush if you wanted him to. But effectively, he would be bait behind your ambush. David, I need to know whether Song Chen is holding his position or whether you're gonna make a move. He can stay out of ambush. Okie doke.
定
So
筹壮
Song
志，
Yang will move up
正在行
behind
进。
Jiang Wan. Han Anyue has already moved. Keep the staring contest on. Okie doke. I've been playing a lot of TW Kingdom in the last couple of days. Just tried to right click my notifications. Yeah. Well, we're going to proceed on from the summer, so we'll see what Song does. That army is still running around. They've joined Anping now. I've done that on streams before, Ryan, when other people are streaming. Like, I try and click certain things because I'm like, it's in a position that I normally get annoyed with when it's on when I'm playing, and I'm like, go away. Oh yeah, I'm not playing. Don't really care. Mazoon declared war on the Kingdom of Wu. It's not going to do him any favours. We have a fourth. Yao Zhou has leveled up. He is a 25-year-old academic who is charitable, selfless, and uncomplicated. Precision, judgment, reach, or guile. You know what? I'm going to go with reach just because it's the one that contests the least with what he is. And also it leads to abundance, which ties in with charitable in a way, so we'll give him that one. Okido. David, I need to know what you're going to be doing.
秩序井然，这样
Ryan,
行
the
动
army
才可
that's
定
just moved in there is practically all dead units. So there's just them plus the garrison.
坚持不
Bandit
懈。
Queen is still not replenishing. That's really interesting. Why is she not replenishing? We will, I guess, spend a bit of money repairing these. Full attack on Anping before he can replenish.
廉洁奉公，
And
忍受苦
can
难。
Song Yang accompany you? He would like to, I think. Let me uncomplicated, honest, distinguished, temperamental, and tolerant. Yeah, he would. Yep. Okie doke. Edge of the move. Yeah. There
前
you go.
进，居安思危
And then，
为
Jiang
国
Wan
谋
full attack on An.
拿起武器，砥砺内心。
Decisive victory. Smash him with a delegate. Can delegate it, yep.
无之妙计，算无一策。
Some cashola. 3 infamy. And some loot. Oh, it's Dongbai again. She's now 71. What would you like to do with Dongbai, Ryan? Imotech execute. Fucking hell. Dongbai go bye bye. Release.
放了他们。
And with the farm itself. Occupy. She is old as hell. We captured her last year as well. She was 70. Commandery secured on Ping. Tao Jinjin and Song Yang have become friends. Jiang Wan and Wang Jian have become oathsworn. Wang Jian and Dongbai are now rivals, as are Jiang Wan and Dongbai. And Jiang Wan and Song Yang have become friends. And Yuan Hong was killed. And Ryan, you gained a mathematician in that loot. So, do you want to do anything with the mathematician?
我等信念如一，这便是上天的恩赐。
I'll make it count. Was that a pun? You don't actually have a physical follower, so you could have him for yourself. But you can also gift him to somebody else. Can I give it to my strategist, Wang Jian? You can, because he's an NPC. You guys are oathsworn, and he doesn't have one, so he will of course accept. Right. Why won't you replenish,
定会名
lady?
扬天下。
What's happening? Oh, restricted supply for 3 more turns. There's an event that's restricting her supply. That's interesting. I don't remember seeing the event. Oh no, I think I do remember it, but I didn't realise it was for a specific army. That's interesting. Never seen that before. Nope, nope, go the other way. Alright.
路
She's
径
going to
明
move
晰，
down to the crossing. How old is she? She's 53. 53. And that'll be all we can do, I think. Just going to move Song Yang a little bit closer so that he's within
追寻荣耀。
Anping's zone of control. We have, of course, guys, unlocked Grand Excellency, Grand Director, and Grand Tutor. So if anybody has, and we've got an extra administrator slot available. So if people have people they want to nominate for positions, feel free to nominate them. But we're going to crack on. Are we going to crack on? Select a city, idiot. We got 2 assignments. Also, Hernay is currently exempt from tax. I see why. Yeah, we're gonna have a look at see if anybody, see if Lu Zhong can send anybody on assignments. Because she is resourceful, philanthropic, pacifist, energetic. So resourceful, energetic, and philanthropic. She's gonna want people helping people. So we'll have a look at who we've got that we can send on some assignments. I'm actually gonna do this. Basically, the oldest person who's not beyond what I call retirement age is gonna be doing it. So that we level. Dan Wei is 40. He should probably be doing something. Hao Meng's a little bit too old to start. So we'll do Dan Wei and Tsai Ying Meng. And they can do supervise construction, exploit black market. Alright, we're definitely going to send her on that. And Dan Wei can supervise construction, but I don't know if we're doing construction anywhere. I mean, we are at Hedong, but... Doomsday's not here yet, so we can't really build things in Yanmen. Or I don't want to, because I don't want to steal his opportunity to do things. Oh, where's this? No. Yes, Zhongshan. Alright, we'll send Dan Wei to do supervised construction in Zhongshan. And then that will end the harvest, I believe. Tom, Anping, can I see the buildings? Yes, you can. The only thing that's upgradable is the town itself. Taishitsu for Excellency. I think Taishitsu would be a good call for Excellency. Don't do Caojia, because even if you put her in, say, Herne will accuse me of corruption again. Oh dear. Imhotep is really not happy with the fact that Caojia accused him of corruption. I would like to upgrade the town administration in Anping to a small city. Yup. Done. Right. You guys are recommending Taishitsu for Grand Excellency. I believe Cao is lurking, so if you're there, Cao, you have a job offer to come and refuse or accept. But if he's not there, I'm not just going to make him it. So for now, we'll proceed on. See if he emerges. Resourceful versus stubborn. You encounter whilst strolling two contemporaries locked in a bitter dispute. Your words are nothing to me, the first snorts. I will not listen to such nonsense. Talk, talk, talk. I shall endure. Your stubbornness is ignorance. Water will find a way around any obstacle, argues the second. You, on the other hand, are unsure as to what they are actually arguing about. But apparently, because we are stubborn, means we cannot pick resourcefulness. So we're going to side against our sister with Tsai Ying Meng. You refuse to agree with either of them out of pure stubbornness. Interesting. Huang Chuan has gained the energetic trait. Foreign trespasser. What are you doing? Get off my land. Get off my land! Is Cao still sponsoring? Damn, I forgot. Yes, Cao is Taishitsu's sponsor.
准备作战。
Han An Yue is going to.
不行，
He can move that far. But
众
he's
将
not
听
really
令
got anybody with him, so she's gonna cross
深
the
谋
river.
远虑，
And now Chang'an is in sight. Zhongjiang still unfortunately has 2 turns, I believe, yeah, of this lack of replenishment malarkey.
不，
永不为
So-
奴。
She's
回归
actually
原
going to
状，
withdraw to the other
前
side
进。
of Ye because I don't want her getting dropped.
准备宿营。
David, I'm assuming here that you'll still want to hold, but it's up to you. Ryan, you are in Anping. You have 2 units of G militia that need another turn to replenish fully.
此为苍生黎民之天下，非暴虐诸侯之天下。
Farmer maggot much. I will advance to Bohai and begin the siege, hoping Songchen comes to our aid. Very well. So Jiangwan is going to advance on Bohai
心怀荣耀，
and begin his siege.
全军出击，
Songyang
一统天
is
下，
not even going to bother asking for permission this time. He's just going to trail
定
along
国安
behind
民，
Jiangwan.
力求上进，功名
Although
震天
he's。actually going to wait on our
Move
side
on.
of the border, so he still gets that bit of replenishment. Never mind then, send me at Bohai. Song Chen is going to come marching out
路径
to
明晰，
Bohai. Bohai, I believe, has been holding out for about 3 or 4 years. Well, I say holding out, like holding Song Chen at bay. But it hasn't paid off for them, because now there's a whole hell of a lot of Thai Brotherhood soldiers outside. Zhongshan, we wanted to potentially do some building. I think we will upgrade our tributary shrine to a tributary hall, since I do plan on making Song a tributary. And that's all we're going to do for the autumn. Knock knock, get the door. It's religion. That is the shit, I've forgotten the dude's name, but I know what it is. It's the history of the entire world, right? Or is it the history of Japan 1? No, it's the history of the entire world. I can't remember the guy's name. Kingdom of Wu commanded their vassal to declare war on Wei. Han Xin declared war on the Duchy of Shu Han. Wu declared war on Han Xin in response. Oh, Ren Kuei's actually in the recruitment pool. We've fought him a bunch of times. He's probably old though. Yeah, he's 59. Okay, the Bandit Queen has one more turn of not having any supply, but Song are raising an army in Hermei farmland. And Ye only has 1 retinue.
胜者王侯，败者寇。
It's a tough call, but I don't actually think that having...
利
No,
用好
she'll
风
stay
水做
there.
掩护。
Alright, what are we doing up here, guys? I need to know at some point, but before that, Han On Yue can do whatever she wants to do.
一往无前。 齐心协力，
She's going to continue forward and then
准备宿营。
encamp because it's winter. Ready when the elderly are. I vote quick end to the siege.
天命在此。
If we attacked now, we would win a close victory. But they are about, on this turn, they're going to start taking supply damage. Lack of supply damage, rather. But it's up to you guys. Principally up to Ryan, but we'll wait one more turn. Does anyone else, well, particularly David, disagree and want to attack now? Because as much as Ryan is the one that's doing the besieging, David is present too. So if David said attack, then I'd just have Ryan's army attack, because it's all the same siege. Could you not wait out until they sally out? David says, let's wait. Cool. That's going to be the end of the winter then, I think. Buildings. Zhongshan built a tributary hall. Oh, we might as well upgrade it to a tributary court then. And that's the end of winter. All of those build orders, of course, coming from Lu Zhong, who is sitting in the capital. Song will sign peace with us. Hell no. The Bandit Queen knows what terms she wants to win this war on, and it's not 3,200 copper from somebody that's practically beaten. Attacker supply shortage. Dark tidings. During the night, an enemy sortie slips through our defences and torches our food supplies. Although we are able to save some food, much is lost. The men feel both pangs of hunger and of despair. 5 turns of -5 morale. Before my most recent campaign, us having 40k seemed like a really large sum of money. Yeah, to be fair, that is still a pretty large sum of money for this campaign. Oh, poop. How fast is she going to replenish? A couple turns. Han on Yuer. Can't get that spin around the right direction. Is going to advance. Hello. What's the garrison look like? 1 retinue. He has the equivalent of 1.5 retinues with 3 officers. That'd be 2.5 retinues. Oh shit, Marzoon's there. Hiya. Oh, his army's battered as well. I'm going to set this off, but I'm actually thinking of just delegating so that we can immediately begin replenishment. And Han on Yuer is direct, uncomplicated and intrepid, which pretty much means she's going to do that. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, she took pretty hefty casualties. Okay. Jiang Wan gained the dutiful trait, Ryan. Goes about their deeds piously, having bound themselves to their obligations. They trebuchet, loose change and dentures at the enemy. Such a good boy. What is the plan up here, chaps? Unleash the Bengay and Icy Hot. Unleash the arthritis. I think that means attack. I'll ask for a confirmation that that's what it means. Attack and delegate, I'm assuming. Although, I mean, it could be attack and fight, I guess. It's up to you. Attack at a slow walk. He has to be in bed early. Attack at a okay. Oh dear.
天命在我，谁敢不服？
Oh, lots of monies. We gained an ancillary, and we've captured 55-year-old administrator of Bohai, Yen Xiang, who is vigilant, healthy, cheerful, bright, and one-eyed. You guys are all going to need to put your opinions in, because there's multiple sponsored officers here. Does Cluffix have a trait that hates greedy? He might do. We'll have a look. What ancillary does he have? He has an iron snake. Imhotep says execute. There's a plot twist. Because he's never said that before. Song Chen says release. He's old as fuck. Probably feels some compassion for a fellow old person. And Jiang Wan also says release. So both generals have said release. Will be released. What are we doing with the settlement, chaps? Ryan is saying occupy. But Ryan's not the only general here. The siege, I leave it to him. Okay. That's your choice though. Commandery secured, Bohai. And we gained a military gen, Ryan, for you to distribute as loot. You are still using a common gen. That's true. Song Chen is the Chancellor. So Uno reverse could be played. Yeah, it's a fair point. I think my lieutenant might appreciate it. You're not going to take the military gen for yourself. You're going to gift it to Tao Jinjin. Are you 100% sure? It's practically double what the common gen that you're both using. I am sure. Okay. Then it will be gifted to Tao Jinjin. Ryan can't move because he's now in the settlement, but David, you still have movement. A fair amount of it, to be honest. Ryan can't because he took the city, but David can because he was just supporting. If you want to press towards the salt mine, I will go towards the city next turn. I assume we're talking about Pingyuan Commandery. Zhongjiang is 53. 53. Move me back to the fishing port for a turn of replenishment. I'll move out after. Song Chen, returning to Bohai fishing port. 53 and no children. No, I know. Song Yang is going to remain kind of following Jiangwan, but I'm going to put him on the other side of the settlement. It's reform time. I would like to instruct Song Yang moves back to Anping Farm. Okay, he'll do that then. Well, I'll check his traits and see if he'll do it, but I think he probably will. Income from peasantry might be nice. I think we make a fair amount of income from peasantry. Or less construction time. That second orange one for palace. What, the regime attendants? We've already got eunuch secretaries. I'm gonna go with slave mobilization for the less construction time. You shall be put to work. After all, it is your penance to serve. Means that when we do get to properly developing things, we'll be doing it faster. Zhongshan. Oh, we have assignments available to do as well. Let me just check some. Oh, I need to check Song Yang first, don't I? Uncomplicated, honest, distinguished, temperamental, and tolerant. And he's friends with Jiangwan, so yeah, he's gonna do as he's told. He's going to head back towards Anping farmland. And I'm actually just going to give him an order to sort of auto-finish that. I want to check something. Stubborn, fiery, fraternal, greedy, energetic, clever, determined, one-eyed. You know what? The Bandit Queen is married to Song Jian, but it's highly unlikely at 53 years old that she's going to conceive any children. And she... I think... Oh, wait a minute. Fuck it, nope. I was going to have her adopt Jiangwan, but they don't harmonize and they're negative acquaintances, so I guess not. Ignore what I was just babbling on about. Yeah, well, that'll do. So we'll drop a save because it is spring. And then we will continue on. Meant the large town. Oh, okay. Yeah, he can return to Anping town. After all I've done. I mean, the harmonizing is not like necessarily the actual relationship. It's just that they don't see eye to eye on things. Spy captured. Xiao Zhou was a spy for Han Xin. He is the 24-year-old lieutenant under Han Anyue right now. He's formidable, spiteful, and fraternal. Han Anyue's captain is suggesting that we execute him, which is probably going to have quite a bit of weight because he's the captain of the army that Xiao Zhou's in. But he's friends with Han Anyue, who is probably the one making the immediate decision. You know what? She's going to let Zhongjiang know, and Zhongjiang is going to ask both her Chancellor and her Grand Commandant what they think. Doomsday is in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Doomsday, mate. How are you doing? The Chancellor says employ. What does Jiang Wan think? He's been found out, no reason we cannot put him to use. I second employ. Very well. Partly because Han An-Yue doesn't want to execute her friend, and partly because 2 of the Bandit Queen's ministers have suggested we employ him, we are going to employ Qiao Zhou. An enemy spy has been captured. An item of importance is missing, and witnesses attest to this person having access and the opportunity to steal it. We have yet to recover the item, but have prevented further losses. Tao Jinjin gained the trusting trait, and we gained a wooden dog. Okie doke. Doomsday, before we go anywhere, Shun Yu, who is now 62 years old, has a level up pending from the last episode, so he's a 62-year-old level 6 legendary strategist with a Hegemon's Aid background. He is brilliant, distinguished, tranquil, dutiful, trustworthy, understanding, bright and scarred. And you have 6 options: Guile, Reach, Abundance, Wisdom of the River, Perception, or Precision. Which one would you like? Precision. Done. You are currently still serving as Song Qian's lieutenant over here in Bohai. So, oh, where did that army go from Hernay? They moved towards Ye, so there must be an ambush around there somewhere. Song Yang is going towards Anping. So he's there. Is the offer still there for Shun Yu to retire from the military? That offer was from Song Chen, so David needs to confirm that. Although I haven't heard him unconfirm it since he said it. Yes. I need to know if that means anything, Doomsday. I also need to know what Song Chen and Jiang Wan want to do. And then... oh god, wrong way again. Han An-Yue.
这样行不通。
saucy.
大人，有话直说。
3 turns. I guess she'll wait a little bit longer. May Shun Yu retire from the army? He may, as long as David once again confirms that he's still permitted to, because David is his, well, Song Chen is his commanding officer. So Song Chen, Shun Yu is requesting to retire at 62 years old. Is he permitted to leave? He can retire.
主公召我。
Shun Yu is going to return to Yanmen. Which means, David, you now have a free lieutenant slot. We will move southeast to our border and ambush stance to get the turn of replenishment and hopefully eyes on the town. Okay. Down to there. Or down to there. That's on the road, so it'll probably have better movement next turn, but you might get better line of sight there, I don't know. Road or field? Show me the court nobles. There's a few of them. I mean, the easiest way to do it if you're looking to recruit a lieutenant, David, is to probably just do it this way. Is there a specific class, age, and or whether they harmonise that you're looking for, or like is there any criteria? Just want to look at them all. Ryan saying on the road. I'll come back to that, David. On the road, on our side of the border, in ambush. And you can see Ping Yuan. Xue Yang Shan is in there. I want the level 3 strategist, please. Yao Zhou or Zheng Mao. Zheng Mao's not ours, is he? I don't think Zheng Mao is actually ours. Unless I'm crazy. No, Zheng Mao isn't. We'd have to like hire him as well, but Yao Zhou is. The one we have, Yao Zhou. 26-year-old Yao Zhou, who harmonizes with Song Chen but not with Captain Zhu Jun. He is charitable, selfless, and uncomplicated. Confirming that as your lieutenant, David? Put him in. Right, he's in with his 2 archer militia, so I'm assuming you're going to want to do something about his retinue. If you wanted to change the archer militia units, he can recruit crossbowmen, repeating crossbowmen and trebuchets from his own class. We didn't check if I have an anti-greedy trait. Apparently honest is not anti-greedy. Yeah, it loads greed, philanthropic. Also, David, Zhu Jun is 54 and Tyler's not active, so if you wanted to dismiss him from the army, you don't need Tyler's permission to do that. Like, I'm quite happy for that to be your call, based on the fact that he's beyond captain retirement age, and Tyler's not normally around, so... Switch them for regular crossbowmen. Okie doke. That actually levels them up 2 levels as well. And are you wanting to recruit the rest of his retinue? Do I have an anti-greedy trait? I don't know. No, you're not particularly anti-greedy, Jinping. You're just not greedy. Fill the rest with 2 trebs and 2 repeating crossbowmen. Ooh. 2 trebs, 2 repeating crossbows. Done. Zhongzhang's gonna hold because she's still replenishing. Still holding Zhu Jun and Cao Jie's level ups. Xun Yu, you asked about court positions. Grand Excellency, Grand Director, and Grand Tutor are all available. Do we have another Vanguard that could replace June? Well, I mean, if you're just looking for a straight Vanguard swap, I'm sure we can find one. But since June is your captain, you could potentially replace him with Not Yuan Shu, who is 33 and previously fought for Song, so he's got some military experience. Even though I am disloyal, I am not greedy. It's a hell of a debate going on in the chat right now. How did we gain fake Yuan Shu? We captured him at the end of a battle and employed him. So if you're worried about him being a spy, I'm pretty sure they cannot be spies if you've caught them at the end of a fight. Could Shun Yu push for the position of tutor at court? He can certainly push for it, Doomsday. Which Jiangwan just said that he would support. Retire Jujun and bring in fake Yuan Shu. Alright, Jujun is going to be sent back to the capital. And fake Yuan Shu, who doesn't harmonize with Song Chen, David, just so you're aware. If you were looking for others, Huang Chuan hasn't got a lot of military experience, but he is 37, so he's about captain age, and he harmonizes with both Yu and Yao Zhou. Ju doesn't harmonize with Song Chen either. Nor does Zhu Ling. Hao Meng does, but he's 57. So I don't know if that affects your decision, David, or whether you still want Not Yuan Shu. Doomsday, you missed a pretty interesting episode for Shun Yu last episode. He got like an event pop up that was basically like he's so renowned that a noble gave him a gift. And he also deepened his relationship with Song Chen of all people. Bring in Not Yuan Shu. Okay. And then we'll do the Kansas City shuffle to get Not Yuan Shu where he's supposed to be. Do you want him to keep this retinue, David? Hell no. Okay, what do we want to do with his retinue? As a vanguard, he's got peasant raiders, raider cavalry and lance cavalry, and of course mounted lance and militia. He can also recruit hidden axes and pearl dragons from the assault unit class, and then the first of everything else. I mean, let's get Song Chen's armies sorted out first, Doomsday, because just because everybody else backs you doesn't mean it's necessarily a guarantee, but we'll look at it. Drop the archers for some spear cav. What, both of them? And which spear cav or shock cav are you going for? Peasant raiders, raider cavalry, mounted lance and militia, or lance cavalry? Lance cavalry. Okay. Are you getting rid of the other one for the same, or? Yes. Okie doke. Lance cavalry for archers. What? Are you making any other changes, or are you happy with that retinue now? He's currently got mounted lancer militia, mounted saber militia, and G militia. So basically, these guys and them guys on horses, and these guys and them guys on horses. Drop the G militia for Pearl Dragon. Done. That is all for now. Okay, we'll leave that. Right, let's look at Sun Yu being potentially nominated for Grand Tutor. The Grand Tutor advises officials in foreign affairs and personal conduct when dealing with envoys. So, I think the Grand Tutor's in-game sort of boost is that you get to weigh in on diplomatic issues. Like, anytime we get a diplomatic proposal, or if you want to, like... I don't want to spend ages doing it, but if like somebody who's got the Grand Tutor title says, can I look at who we can forge trade deals with and potentially like offering them stuff, we'll go with that. But not taking too long, moving things up and down by one. However, Sun Yu, let's have a look at you. We can't put him in there this turn anyway, because we've just had him recalled from the army. But Lu Jung is friends with him and harmonizes with him, so we'll say, since Sarah doesn't sponsor Lu Jung anymore, that Lu Jung would also back his appointment. I don't know how the Bandit Queen herself feels about him. We'll wait till next turn to see that, because we can't do anything anyway until then. Right, I think everybody else is staying still. Do we still have... For one turn we do, yeah. So we're going to get guard posts in Zhongshan, I think. By order of Lu Jung. And then that'll be it for the summer. So do I harmonise with the Bandito Quino? It's hard to check, but I'll have a look on the next turn. Hello, Duchy of Shuhan. They want to give us some money and us give them a military instructor for military access. Her attitude with us is currently neutral. Imhotep says no. David says no. Anyone else? I'm not seeing anyone else. Doomsday says yeah, no chance. Alright, I think we're risking upsetting her. Military access pretty much throws non-aggression out the window. How do you figure that? You don't need diplomacy to win a total war game. No, you don't. But it's probably a smart idea. It's looking like everybody's saying no. I don't know how Zhongjiang actually feels about her. So we'll say no, I guess. Not sure that's what I would have picked if it was a single player game, but I'll go with the consensus on that one. There's that army. A non-aggression pact is a promise not to declare war, not walk on each other's roads. Song just declared war on Shu Han. I don't know whether Yuan Tan has a death wish, but Wu therefore declared war on Song, and Song liberated Long Juanyan, who then formed a coalition with Han Xin. Wow, that was a big change. Xun Yu and Zhu Jun are ready for duty. Right, number 1. I'm not appointing him to a job here, but I just do want to check. Jing Pei, you do not harmonise with the Bandit Queen. The only person on the council you do harmonise with is Lu Zhong. Xun Yu does not harmonise with the Bandit Queen. So now I have to decide whether Zhong Zhang is going to listen to her advisors or whether she's going to overrule them, because everybody else seems in favour of this. The Bandit Queen is stubborn and fiery and determined. So I actually think she's going to say no. Xun Yu does not get to be the Grand Tutor. How are the cities of Taiyuan, Yanmen and Ye looking? Taiyuan looks like that. Yanmen is a mess. And Ye looks like that. Well, he can try. There's nothing wrong with him trying. I'll see whether he wants to do anything shortly. Where are we at? Bandit Queen still needs time to replenish, but they are threatening her knee. How far can Dongbai get? Oh, it's Dongbai. Yeah, we can probably put her into here. Jiangwan, Wang Su has sort of got an army in Pingyuan. Pingyuan itself has an administrator under Yuan Fangjie, so they've got 2 retinues in the garrison, what equates to 1 and 2 units in the army. So 3 plus 2 units. And Songchen, you're currently still mustering your forces. It looks like if you keep the muster bonus, they will be ready next turn. Can Taiyuan and Ye get main city upgrades, and can I have a look at what I can place in Yanmen to fill the gap? I mean, you can issue those orders, yes. Taiyuan, if you're ordering the city upgrade, Lu Zhong is in there, she's his friend and the heir, so she's going to agree. So that's going to go through. You then issue orders for Ye to be upgraded, which comes down the road, and the Bandit Queen goes, "Ha! Xun Yu! Go back to your simpering master." David's going to sit for a turn, Ryan's going to sit for a turn. This is the state that Yanmen is in, Doomsday. You can upgrade the settlement, the communal workshops, the mail post, and you have an extra building slot. Can I have a look at what I can place in Yanmen to fill the gap? Did you mean fill this gap specifically? What are we looking at building here, Doomsday? And actually, whilst you're having a think about that, I'm just going to check Hanan Yue. She's 54. No, we'll have her. But what's her traits though? direct and uncomplicated and intrepid. You know what? No, well, she's not stupid though, so she is going to replenish her troops. But I think once she's replenished, she's just going to attack. What does private workshops do? Private workshop chain gives percentage boosts to commerce and industry. But it's smaller for industry. Check the last ones. So at the top, the Master Artisans is 125% boost to commerce, 25% boost to industry. And if you can get the Master Lacquerware Artisans, which is the thing that Imhotep's been peddling for the last 3 episodes, it's 190% to commerce and 40% to industry. Take the workshop. Okay, I'm going to build a private workshops in Yanmen. And if everybody's holding, that will be it for this turn. It's lacquerware, by the way, not liquorware. Lacquerware is something to do with like tanned leather or some shit. Liquorware would definitely be alcohol. I would like to upgrade She-Her if I can. We'll look at doing that on the next turn, mate. Lang Juan Yan would sign peace treaty with us. She would actually give us Chang'an Jade Mine and 1400 copper. Wow. She'd leave herself with just 1 city. I think we'd still be at war with Marzun. Sod off Aid City. That's a pretty good deal, not gonna lie. I'd take it. Doomsday's tempted. So now you guys have got a problem because pretty much everybody else thinks this is a good deal, me included. But Jing Pei, who is captain in the army that would be having these negotiations, is saying sod off. So I now need to figure out if Han Anyue would listen to Jing Pei, which I don't know because I can't remember what their relationship is like. She's uncomplicated, so she's a bit of an idiot, which might mean that she doesn't recognize a good deal when she sees one. So, you know what? Because she's an idiot and her captain is telling her it's a bad deal, she's gonna say no. I mean, she's not an idiot, but she's not clever. She looks at things very simply. And the man beside her says it's a shit deal, so... This is the joys of role-playing the campaign, guys. I would definitely have taken that deal if it was a single player. Doomsday, you've built your private workshops, so you can upgrade them, the mail post, the communal workshops, or the city in Yanmen, if you wish this turn. Doomsday. Send a runner to sack that captain. What, Jing Pei? You already sacked him once. Then he requested to enlist in Han Anyue's army and was accepted. Can we upgrade the commercial building in Yanmen? The mail post? Yeah. It's your settlement. Ooh, which way do you want to go with it? Do you want the lodge, which is 140 income plus 50% income from commerce? Or do you want the tea parlour, which is 170 income from commerce but 40% income boost? tea parlour. Okie doke. Tea parlour on the way. And then look at Yojo City and Yobei Ping. Alright, Yojo Town is over here. The only thing that's doable there is upgrading the town itself. And Yobei Ping is over here, and again that's only a settlement upgrade as well. How in the hell has it gotten that bad? We're going to have to exempt them from tax before there's a rebellion. And we're going to say that the reason that's happening is simply because the local officials have just tried to appease the people. By saying, you don't have to pay tax, it's fine. Right. The Bandit Queen's army is fully replenished. Hernay's garrison is still 2 units. She's gonna move down to the edge of the border, drop into an ambush. And can I have a look at Dai? Wait a minute, everybody's doing a lot, hang on. Upgrade Yobei Ping City, says Doomsday. Imhotep saying check route first. The route for those orders would be from Yanmen. They'd probably go that way or that way around the mountain. It's really not important. And then either along there or along there. And then, yeah, that way. They may go through Bohai. They may go around the top. 50-50, kind of. And then David is saying intercept those orders. Which orders are you intercepting, David? Yobei Ping orders. Well, you know what? It's a 50-50 on which route they take, and you're only sitting on one of them, so... Heads or tails, David? Tails. It was tails, so the orders went the way that David needed them to go, which means that Song Chen has intercepted the orders. I assume by saying intercept you mean you don't want that to happen, David. Clever diplomacy got us where we are. We were beset on all sides, our economy was in tatters, and we barely had the finances to support the armies we desperately needed to just hold on. The less enemies we are fighting, the more efficiently we can gut the ones we have. Yes, they stop here. Okay, and then the other thing you wanted to look at was Dai Doomsday. Dai is here. Again, it's just the town that can be upgraded. Cal's back. Oh, here. Welcome back, Cal. No, he was nominated for a job. Slightly different, but yeah. Doomsday. Dai. Can you upgrade Dai City? Well, given that the orders just travel down there and there's no one in the way, yes. Right. Ryan, you have movement. David, your army is fully prepared. So I need to know what you guys wanted to do. And then can I have a look at Herdong? Is it in the southwest? Herdong is indeed in the southwest. It's, again, large town to small city. And its copper mine, which is over here, can also be upgraded. Move me at the salt mine, says David. Songchen. How far, David? You crossing the border? Because I don't think you can reach the mine itself in one move. Doesn't look like you can. Well, Imhotep did actually say he wanted to look at She-Her as well. She-Her, Imhotep, the city can be upgraded, or your guard posts. Those are the only things that are upgradable. Up to the border, don't cross for Tongchen. Like, are you just moving all the way down that far, David? Upgrade the garrison. Imhotep, I don't know what you mean, because both of those buildings actually improve the garrison. So you're going to need to tell me if you want to do the city or the guard posts. Yep, that's good. Okie doke. I had it there. No army in the salt mine. Can you upgrade to the small city in Hedong? I need to check something. You know what? Your message is going to get through to Hedong, Doomsday, but because it goes through the capital, which, to be fair, Lu Zhong, your friend, is going to make sure that it passes through, but feared, vengeful, and fiery Yin Li, who is friends with the Bandit Queen, is going to catch drift of it, and he's going to interrogate the messenger to find out what the fuck's going on and why Shun Yu is building something in Hedong. And the messenger's going to spill the beans on all the other messengers that have been going out. So, shortly, the Bandit Queen is going to find out that Shun Yu is basically governing the realm from Yanmen. Garrison upgrade. Guard posts. Okay. You have an option here, Imhotep. You can either go with the stationed garrison or with patrol barracks. They seem to add the same units to the garrison. The difference is the stationed garrison provides +2 extra public order and 20 reserve capacity, whereas the patrol barracks reduces enemy army supplies and gives you 3 extra military supplies in adjacent commanderies. Jiangwan's going to hold. Okido. Patrol barracks. Cool. She's still replenishing, so that's fine. Everybody's moved. Alright, that's looking good. We'll end the autumn of 226. Song is moving their army to the Pingyuan salt mine. Oh, Doomsday. I don't know if, like, when you say shit like that, whether you believe that or whether that's what Shun Yu thinks. Song just declared war on Wei. Apparently Song really want to die. Oh. Lang Juan Yan requested Han Xin join their war against the Han, which is our vassal, so we are now back at war with Han Xin. Artful versus honourable. We've read this one a million times as well, so I'm going to skip this. But basically, Yin Li being artful is taking bribes, and Zhu Ling being honourable doesn't like that. But the Bandit Queen is going to side with Yin Li because she's his friend, and he's just sent her a message that she's very interested in. She has finished its patrol barracks. It can't upgrade them further, at least not right now. my favorite general Shun Yu. I did make a mistake trying to make a mistake. What? Right, David, you now have Yuan Fangjie's army in front of you in the salt mine. She has pretty much a full army, and the salt mine has 1.5 retinues.
行动快点，这样就不冷了。
Ryan, Pingyuan City is now empty. And
奉己牺牲，绝
the
不留
Bandit Queen
情。
is going to pursue Dongbai. And kill her. Beat her army.
此战世间无人不知。
3 infamy. We've captured 72-year-old Dongbai again. She is not a happy lady. We're gonna release her again. Even Zhong Zhang's starting to feel sorry for
都
her.
放了吧。
67-year-old Wang Mengjuan. She's pretty much too old, I think. So we're gonna release her as well.
这群人只会拖
We'll
我们
take
后腿。
replenishment.
力求上进。
Cal Taishitsu has leveled up. He is a 60-year-old level 7 legendary sentinel of exceptional dexterity background who is creative, intimidating, intrepid, honourable, defiant and one-eyed. And as far as I can see, you have 5 options for levelling up if you're there. Otherwise I might have just said all of that for nothing. Execute and give her the end to this cycle. 6? Oh, I said 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's not 6, there's 5. What are the options, Cal? The options are Quickfire, Composure, Bravery, Intensity, or Venomous Shot. Am I able to earn a mount and better weapon, Imhotep? The way that we do that stuff, the short answer is yes, you are able to earn them, but it basically has to be when the faction leader wants to reward you, or when somebody else gets loot and wants to pass it on, rather than take it for themselves. Option 3, so Bravery. Whatever the one after Quickfire is. The one after Quickfire was Composure. Now you've confused me. Because that was the second one. Is it Composure or is it Bravery?
这就是轻视我等的代价。
I was elected to lead, not to read. Bravery. Taishutsu has taken Bravery. Zhongzhang and Jiangwan now consider each other rivals, apparently because Zhongzhang released Jiangwan's rival, which was Dongbai. Fan Qin was killed in battle against us. Right. Ryan, you said... Anyone else just getting a feeling she's too old to run away? Hold my ass there. They will have to choose to defend Salt or City. Okay, so David's going to hold where he is. Ryan said we will press into the city.
平定天下，
So Jiangwan is going to push against Pingyuan City,
不辱
which is
使
the
命。
new capital of Song. I'm assuming for the time being that you continue in Ryan, but it was a close victory if you wanted to fight it now. Oh wait, we're going to attack Pingyuan. Delegate the bitch. Okay, so you are actually doing it now.
还荣耀，
Definitely doing it now, Ryan. Check if night reduces our losses. It does not. But it's probably best to fight it at night anyway, because they get less morale, so... Does it drop it from medium to low? No, I have seen it do that in the past, but it probably does mean it might save you about 50 men. Let's go! Whoop. Almost clicked start battle.
每打赢一场，天下就安定一分。
Jiang Wan has taken Pingyuan, the capital, or the second capital of Song. What are we doing with the city, Ryan? Loot and occupy. Interesting.
金银细软，搜掠一番。
And Wang Jian has leveled up. He's a 35-year-old level 4 strategist, academic background, deceitful, kind-hearted and beautiful. Deceitful, kind-hearted and beautiful. Now you've got to be perceptive to be deceitful, so he's definitely getting that one. It's minus 28 food, had to try and get that down a bit. It's a fair point. Can I check the buildings? Yeah, they're all on fire. Can we maybe put the fire out? Yeah, they cost... to be fair, we've got 50k, so why not? Jiang Wan orders his army to put out the fires they just set. What are you looking for specifically in here, Ryan? They do have a couple of food producing buildings. I just earned us 12k. I think we can afford to not be on fire. You know, we could potentially... Yeah, Hernay could be paying tax again for a little while, so that's going to help us food out a little bit. I was going to check city size, but with that pop I don't want to drop it any lower. Oh, okay. Right. She's replenished. So she's gonna cut up the mountain pass and siege Chang'an. We'll do it at night. Maybe it will help us out a little bit. But she's just gonna storm in there under cover of darkness and cut everyone up. Apparently that's exactly what happened. She's gonna occupy. We've secured Chang'an. Zhongju, Zhongxiao, and Wu Fan were all killed in battle. Right. She's replenished. Lil, 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 lil. I think we already knew about that. Right. What the heck's going on up here? Low public order. Interesting. Shun Yu, a messenger has arrived at the gates, claiming to be from Zhongjiang's camp. Are you letting him in? Or are you just going to pretend you're not home? Turn off the lights. The whole city just goes dark. No one's in. Fuck off. I would like to remove Doomsday from the administrative position in the name of the Bandit Queen. You're a long way away. Oh shit, yeah, we're at war with Han Xin now, so Ma Yo is actually behind Han Yue. That's not good. You're a fine one to talk, deep pockets. Let him in, but make sure it's just the messenger I let in and no one else. Well, the Bandit Queen has written you a rather sternly worded, well, hesitate to call it a letter, threat, basically, that says, Administrator Shun Yu, word has reached me from the capital that you somehow think you have the license to govern all of my land. I gave you the license to govern the commandery of Yanmen. Stick to what I have given you, or I will take everything. Why didn't Dong Zhuo do that with Luo Yang or Chang'an? Just close the door. We're not here. Alright. Song Chen said he was holding. David, are you holding in normal stance or do you want to hold in a specific stance? Ryan's taken Ping Yuan. Song Yang is still kicking around up there. Zhongjiang's moved, so has Han Anyue. Feels like a silent room in here when you're listening to someone get absolutely raged and everyone's trying not to giggle. Encamp, please. Okie doke.
全军注意，准备宿营。
Right, that's going to be the winter, I think. So we'll move into spring of 227 AD. Oh, hello. The army's now besieging Ping Yuan. Okay. The sounds of tapping. Ryan, this is going to be for you. This is the siege that we've got. A hurried report reaches you. Soldiers, whilst on patrol, can hear tapping from beneath them. This is a sure sign that the enemy is beneath us, attempting to sap our defences. We must deal with this immediately. Collapse the tunnels! You ordered the tunnels to be collapsed, even knowing the risk of injury to our men. Alright, so Ryan is currently under siege.
这样行不通。
Seems Shun Yu shall let the gleaming jade city of Taiyuan collapse from the greatness he has forged it into and watch despair replace prosperity across the nation.
此地百姓聚集，最适合在此开始贸易。
Send me at that army.
我的目标十
Can
分
the
明确。
OAPs get that far? Not in normal stance, they can't. Okay, you can get close enough to reinforce if Ryan sallies out, David, but not close enough to attack. I want to quickly ride to Jiangwan's aid. How fucking quickly do you think you can ride? Even red hair can't go that far. Good enough, move me in. Okie doke.
向前进军。
Song Chen has arrived. But he can't attack this turn. I don't know if you want to try sallying out or waiting, Ryan.
做好准备。
Song Yang, being uncomplicated and honest, and hearing that his friend Jiang Wan is in trouble, is going to beeline himself down there as
莫要
well.
急躁。
Let's see if we can sally out.
砥砺内心，
She didn't like it. She's a gone.
我绝不动摇。
Give chase. Okay.
以柔克刚，
Song Yang wants to
正在
chase
行
too,
军。
but he's not going to get close enough. We giving chase, Ryan? We are giving chase.
全军出击，
It's a close victory. I use one of my dual gen as a walking stick. Song Yang, the golden retriever of the Thai Brotherhood. Delegate it. Off. And she's got nowhere to go because she already moved, so they will all be defeated. We've captured Wang Su, who will not join us. Release.
我可不是薄情寡
And
义
with
之
the
人。
399 captives. Replenish.
一统天下，前进。心境
You
澄澈
just
天
moved
下
across the
庶几
border,
可
Ryan,
定
so I don't know if you want to move back to our side. You can stay there if you want. Jiang Wan just gained the trait
志气
arrogant.
井然，则四海可定。
Not egotistical per se, they just see the inferiority in everyone else. I don't know why I couldn't read that. How would we fare against the salt mine? It's pretty even. I think that's slightly in your
我
favour,
等皆心怀大愿。
but it's definitely pushing it. While you have a think about that, let me have a look at whether the Bandit Queen can... No, she can't make Herne farmland, which sucks. So she's gonna move as close as she can get without losing a
正在行
turn
进。
of replenishment. Fall back over the border.
绝不畏惧。
Okay. Do you want to fall back just over the border or behind the other two, Ryan? Not that they massively matters because there's no army, but if they recruited one or something. Back into the city, in fact. Okay.
行则同进。
Jiang Wan
告诉众
returning
人
to
回
Pingyuan.
来了。
Right, Han An Yue. Ma Yo is here. And apparently, Ma Yo is stronger than Han An Yue.
不行，
So... Shit. Direct, uncomplicated, intrepid. He's only just
大人
stronger.
有
If
何
she's got
打
the
算？
garrison backing her up, she'll probably be alright. Righty ho ho. Can Shun Yu retire himself from his position as administrator as he has given up on his dreams of forging the Jewel of the North? I don't know. He can be removed from office, but it's not a voluntary thing. Like, he would lose 20 satisfaction for being removed from office. Or he can be straight up released from service, which gets him, like, he leaves the faction altogether. Can I take a nosy at our buildings in this city now that it's not entirely on fire? Of course you can. I mean, it's still the turn that you captured it, but it's got a regional city, government provincial workshops, directorate of yuan, irrigated farms, winnowing machine workshops, craftsman workshops, and permanent labour housing. The siege stalled the repair. Yeah, I guess it must have done. Because it was last turn, wasn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, it did. It is reform time, Imhotep, yes. We'll do a reform while I wait to see if Ryan or Doomsday or anybody wants to do anything else this turn. 20% income from industry's got to boost our income quite dramatically, given how much industry we've got. So we'll get convict workforce, a free workforce. Think of the possibilities. Get a melee cav for Jiangwan. Nope. It's not what we're getting. Anything from anyone before we end the spring? Still have promotions stacked up for June, which is Tyler, and Saojiu, which is Sarah. Still feeling peasantry reforms. We need food so we can build administration buildings. And we need administration buildings to reduce our issues with public order. Fair. Maybe next spring we'll look at doing that. Nobody's saying anything, so I'm going to pop a save and then we'll move on to summer. Moving on. Shun Yu wishes to seek guidance from his friends Lu Zhong and Song Qian on whether to retire completely from the service of the Bandit Queen or leave the position of administrator he was forced to take. Well, David, one of those is you. Song can get wrecked because I know what terms we will accept from them and we're not quite there yet. Han Xin has marched up against Chang'an Jade Mine. Right. Before anything else... No, not him. Her. Her, yes. Against him. Pyrrhic victory. Just.
我等心怀忠贞，才有此胜。现在来尽情庆贺吧！
Ooh, she gained a horse. We will definitely take replenishment. A rare talent. Though war brings chaos and disharmony to China, there is glory to be gained in battle all the same. As warriors clash on the battlefield, the victorious cover themselves in glory. One particular warrior excels, a unique talent that you would do well to keep close. So, apparently Jingpei also has a level up. I think the new one we got there was Xiong Tingjing, who is 32. Tough, trusting and unobservant. Zhao Jiu also leveled up. He's a 25-year-old level 3 advisor who is fraternal, formidable and spiteful. Precision or intuition? I feel like in order to be formidable, you would need to be quite precise, because it means physically formidable. And I also feel like being spiteful means you're probably not very intuitive. So we'll get precision. Jingpei, you have leveled up. You are a 42-year-old, level 6 legendary sentinel with a trader background who is creative, disloyal, handsome, defiant, and artful. And you have 3 options for leveling up: composure, bravery, or stability. You certainly may, Imhotep, but I'd like you to pick your skill first, so we can move on to that. I'll take the one above middle ability, bravery. Done. Right. Yep, done that, done that. We gained a red stallion, which Jingpei is going to request Han Anyue gives to him. Since she is uncomplicated, trusting, philanthropic, and fulfilled, I'm going to say that she's not smart enough to want to do anything else with it. She trusts Jingpei needs it. She's philanthropic enough to give it to him anyway, and she's fulfilled enough that she doesn't want it. So she is going to give Jingpei... No, it was the red one, wasn't it? Was it a red one? Yes, it's a red one. She's going to give Jingpei a red stallion. A trusting commander with a disloyal captain. This is a recipe for manipulation if I've ever seen one. I suppose one needs to be quite brave to be disloyal. Alright, let me have a look at Lu Zheng's traits, Doomsday, and we'll see what she thinks. She's committed, competitive, resourceful, philanthropic, pacifist, energetic, and scarred. So, Lu Zheng is gonna... She's not even going to send a letter. She's gonna personally, like, ride up to Yanmen and have dinner with Shen Yu one night. And the essence of her conversation, because we're not having the whole conversation, is to basically say, look, my sister is a cantankerous bitch, but don't forget why we are fighting this fight in the first place. It's not supposed to be for her, it's not supposed to be for us. It's supposed to be because the Han is broken, and what we're building is gonna fix it. It's gonna replace it. I know that I'm old, and that you're old, and that Zhang is younger than us by a few years. But these days no one knows who heaven is going to take. She may be gone before either of us, or she may outlast us both. But really, is she any relevance to what we're trying to achieve? We've done that. Taiyuan has become a small regional city, and Yanmen has built its tea parlour, Doomsday. So we'll come back to the civil stuff there in a second. Han Anyue, being direct and intrepid, is just going to pursue Ma You and get rid of him. I haven't been rehearsing it, Ryan, I just made it up. She's gained a white horse of some description. Imhotep, your army has captured Handang Shang and Duan Qi, both of whom are 73 years old. You know what to do. Oh my god. I want you to say it, because I don't want to assume, even though I should be able to. Give them a humane end. Jesus. You know what? Because she's trusting and she's not very bright. She's gonna listen to Jingpei's advice. They're both getting executed. She is gonna recruit. I'll recruit the troops. Han Xin and Zheng Jiang are now rivals. They called for the execution of my oath-sworn kin. They will pay for this. And Jingpei is apparently rivals with one of the guys whose head he just chopped off. Seems like Jingpei to be rivals with a dead dude that's got no head. So, I think she gained the white stallion from the battle, and the farmer and the scholar each from the 2 people we executed. So, this is all loot for Hanan Yue to distribute. They're not cattle. No chill in the West, goddamn. It's only right to give them an end to their fulfilled life. No, it is wrong to needlessly execute your elders. Jingpei, I don't know if you wish to exercise your manipulative muscles any further, but the white stallion, the farmer, and the scholar are all about to be sent somewhere by Hanan Yue. I have no input. Okay. Let's see where she would... You know what? Because she's fulfilled, I'm going to have her not take any of them for herself. She is friends with a couple people. What was it? Farmer and a scholar. Yeah. Alright. She's going to attempt to send the farmer to Song Yang. It's a little bit of a clue that she thinks he should retire. He is going to accept. She will send the white stallion to Lu Zhong, who will accept. And she's going to send the scholar. She's going to give the scholar to Xiao Zhou, her lieutenant. And then she is going to head this way. Right. What else we got going on? Let them be in the loot. But I may request Jiang Wan receive the white stallion. Sorry mate, I didn't see that until afterwards. You said you had no input, so I just went with it. Can I upgrade the state workshops in Yanmen? You can. State workshops are the ones that are called communal workshops. So you have an option here. You can either get the government workshops for plus 300 industry income, or the currency inspector office for plus 200 income to industry, but minus 10% corruption. You currently have 19% corruption in Yanmen. Big brain in manipulation, small brain in diplomacy. Shun Yu was on the edge of retiring from all service. Go with the corruption one. Currency Inspector's Office. Okie doke. That's that done. Zheng Jiang can... Yes, can reach Hernay farmland. So she's going to... snatch that. It's been 22 years since the death of the noble Chu Gong, the Rice Master. 22 years without Chu Gong. And Song Jian just leveled up. Bandit Queen's husband. He's a 36-year-old level 5 legendary Sentinel with a Saboteur background. Creative, fiery, fraternal, trustworthy and vengeful. Creative, fiery, fraternal, trustworthy and vengeful. I think fiery, fraternal and trustworthy, if you combined all of those, would make him, as long as you were somebody he liked, would make him pretty frickin' reliable. Like, the kind of person that would do anything for you. So I'm gonna translate that to be stability. Right. Song Chen, you can reach the salt mine, which has no army in it. Jiang Wan, you can also reach the salt mine. Rest in peace, Zhugong. F. Take the salt mine, says Song Chen. I'm assuming you're going to delegate, David, but I'll wait. Delegate. Yeah, kinda like Zhang Fei, but a Sentinel with a tech, I guess. What are we doing with the town, David? Occupying the town and Bosh. Hernay secured. Pingyuan secured. And not Yuan Shu has gained a rank. A 34-year-old level 5 legendary vanguard with a hunter background. Direct, fiery, trusting, philanthropic, modest, cordial and energetic. Direct, fiery and energetic. That's a lot of passion. Right, we're going to immediately try and offer terms to Song, because I don't want to push across the river and take this down here, because it just widens the future front with Shu Han, and it puts us in contact with Wei. So we're going to try, and I say try, I feel like he's going to do it, but yeah, we can turn Song into a tributary, which we will do. So we are now at peace with Song. Oh, you know what? We could try and convince the Han Empire to give us trade, since they are our vassal. Can we not just threaten them? They're literally our vassal. Do we really need to give them something? What if we just like give them 500 copper? Okay, almost. Considering that the deal's worth like 1,000 a turn? No, let's do 700 copper. Yeah, the deal's worth 1,100, so literally on the first turn we're still making a profit, so I'm just gonna sign that. Hope Zhugong was laid to rest among the many rice paddies he helped cultivate. I'm sure he was. Right, so in terms of get out of there. In terms of diplomacy, we are currently, at least until Wu instructs Shu Han to attack us, at peace along our southern front. But we are at war with 3 different factions in the west: Han Xin, Ma Zun, and Lang Juanyan. There is a war to be fought, boys and girls. We must have got Warriors Reinforced Leather from either Hernay or Pingyuan. Just for the sake of fun, I'm going to say we got it from Pingyuan because I didn't see which one it was. So David, You have some warriors reinforced leather to claim as loot. Now, I don't think... Yeah, it can only be worn by vanguards or champions. So red dudes or green dudes. Hey Squeaks, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How's your Wednesday going? Chugong, god of rice. I'd recommend continuing taking the peninsula as the front will not extend as it also shortens. Yeah, I didn't want to do it though, Doomsday. I would volunteer to march west to join the war. Rice is the body of Chugong because he was believed to be too powerful. Give it to Fake Yuan Shu, David says. Alright. Fake Yuan Shu is currently wearing dull iron carapace. Yeah, he's going to accept the warrior's reinforced leather. And even though dull iron carapace is like a default option, he's going to... Well, we're going to look to see if he wants to give that to somebody. He doesn't really know anyone. So I guess he's not. Song Yang is 52. As an NPC, he should have either been a general 2 years ago or retired, really. So I'm thinking that he's probably going to retire where he's at. Ryan, you've still got movement left this turn. What would you like to do? We certainly could do with more armies in the west. We only have the prefect of the west over there right now. And the front is a lot bigger with Han Xin involved. So if you wanted to march west, feel free. You are the Grand Commandant. I would like to move west to join the war. Gotta have a few stern words with somebody about executing Elderlane. Alright. I'm going to normal move you because I assume you want to do that because you're still replenishing. And Song Yang, I think, is going to retire. So he's going to go. Plus I don't think Song Chen's knees will take the walk. If both of my higher-ups retire, do I become an officially sanctioned army or not? Yes. If you are the captain in an army, typically, unless something happens, when the general above you retires, you then become the general, the lieutenant becomes the captain, and I like to recruit a younger officer in as a lieutenant, rather than just, like, adding somebody in at the top. I have 2 young people under me, they can carry my ass there. Alright, I think everybody's moved. We're still holding promotions for Cao Jie and Ju Jun. We've probably got some assignments that can be done. We do. You know what? I think that's definitely... I was wondering because like the Chancellor basically gets an increased say on everything. The Grand Commandant gets an increased say on military stuff. And gets to basically not retire. The Grand Excellency, we've said, is going to be the one that builds things, and the Grand Tutor is going to be the one that does diplomatic stuff. And I was like, what does the Grand Director do? Is there any point in that title? I think that's going to be the person responsible for assignments, basically. What are the plans of the Bandit Queen's army, David? Well... She's 54, but she's probably not going to retire, so she's definitely going to march to where the fight is. Song Jian is 36, so he's going to be staying with her. Taishe Tse is 60, so if Cal's still lurking about, she's at least going to ask Taishe Tse whether he wants to march west with her, or whether he wants to retire whilst it's still quiet. But her army's definitely going west. We would keep some forces in the east near the river for when our enemy commands our tribute to attack us. Grand Director could have full reign on building too, provided there's no one nearby to interfere with their orders. That one's Grand Excellency though, Ryan. Building. He is happy to continue at her side. Okay, so yeah, she's going to be going west as well, David. Shun Yu wishes to raise his retinue in Pingyuan. In the city of Pingyuan? Or the salt mine? Which one? In the city. Okie doke. Shun Yu is going to raise his retinue in Pingyuan City. I dread to think why. What have we got? We've got appointments. Yeah. And yep. Done all of that. You did see that Yanmen finished its tea parlor as... Oh yeah, we did that. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Alright, that's going to be it for the summer. Let's proceed forward. It's getting as far away as Zhongjiang so he can be unmolested. Well, he's not, because he's just literally, like, raised his retinue closer to her. Duchy of Shuhan joined a war alongside the Kingdom of Wu. The evils of drink! Oh my god. Alcohol can reveal people's hidden natures. Your general has a weakness for the grape, and when their tongue is properly lubricated, it has difficulty, or they have difficulty controlling it. At a recent banquet, they besmirched your name and embarrassed the guests, only to claim no memory the following day and beg your forgiveness. Jing Pei is a contemptuous individual. For fuck's sake, Jing Pei, you absolute shambles. Oh dear. Dan Wei has gained the creative trait and Zhuge Ke has gained the philanthropic trait. We've gained a clay axe that nobody gives a shit about. And Dai has constructed its small city. Right, let's see where we're at. I'm going to start with Han Anua because she's on the active front. Gonna move her to there, and she's gonna encamp. Yeah, in episode 10, on day 10, Imhotep said Jing Pei has become the Jujun of the West, which was like the best thing ever. The Bandit Queen is going to march west. Jiang Wan, I need your orders confirming. Shun Yu, I need to know what the hell you're up to. And Song Chen, I need to know what your plans are. Forced march west, says Jiang Wan. Jiang Wan's racing. He's going to end up right behind the Bandit Queen. Stick my ass right next to Shun Yu. Okay, Song Chen is going to march the flying army to Pingyuan. I think that's more or less everything we can do. Lu Zhong's gonna do some stuff in and around Taiyuan. going to order the construction of Grand State workshops. Shunyu is going to attempt to raise an unsanctioned army. With who? Exactly? With a shuffling army for a while. Who exactly do you intend to try and recruit to this unsanctioned army, Shunyu? Shunyu better be shipped back to Yunmen. With an assortment of councillors that have been left at court completely ignored. I mean, they're doing court things, but sure. Which ones of the supposedly ignored councillors are you going to approach? David, thank you so much for the tier 2 sub, buddy. Welcome to your continued membership of the Wolfpack, of course, because you have never missed a day, as far as I'm aware. Which is why I am hoping you have a VIP tag in here, Dave. I don't know if you do. You should do, for sure. Because I thought I did that, but... I just needed an execute this game. I will never execute again. What? Doomsday, which councillors is Shunyu going to attempt to approach? 11 months strong. Shit, yeah! Next month I've been streaming for a whole year. That's weird. 11 months. It's like he's trying to start a really crap coup. Zhuge Ke and Tishu Yu. Alright, let's have a look at them. Tishu Yu. Ascetic, philanthropic, charitable, and vengeful. You know what? She might not have a strong relationship with him, but she's acquainted with Yin Li, and Yin Li's definitely going to influence her to say, tell him to get fucked. So Tishu Yu's going to say no. Zhuge Ke. 24. Agile, distinguished, philanthropic, and defiant. You know what? He's defiant. Wait a minute. Yeah, he's defiant and he's got no other relations. Zhuge Ke is going to join Shun Yu's unsanctioned army. So, are we recruiting Zhuge Ke, Doomsday? Mr. Tickle? I don't even think Mr. Tickle can reach the length of the Yellow River. At least I got the one that mattered. So, are we recruiting him? Yes, please. Okie-do. Apparently, you also both harmonize. Shock. What over? That's what I want to know. I don't know if we can tell until you actually, like, develop a relationship. Anyway, what do you want his and your retinues to look like, Shunyu? And is there anyone else that you're attempting to approach? To be fair, Ryan, the way that we've been playing, basically the general funds their own retinue. And I'm not about to start saying that that general is too poor to raise a retinue, so... I'm tempted to say they can only recruit militia units. The cheapest ones. But I'm definitely not about to say people can't raise a retinue. It might actually be something to, like, distinguish, like, raised retinues from professional armies is that the professional armies are the only ones that can recruit better than militia units. But can I lock them in the barracks? I mean, technically you have 3 retinues and they have 2. So if it comes to a shoving match, I'm going to say you win because you can't actually fight each other. So Song Chen is going to beat them both with his walking stick. Is there any young sentinels that would join me? I'm not going to go through every single sentinel and just tell you which ones would join you. You're going to have to like approach them and see what happens. Those are the raised military officers. These are the characters at court. Sarah! Hey honey, how you doing? Or if your retinue automatically comes with better than militia, do they still get set? No, I think if we were going to do it that way, Imhotep, I would say if somebody's raising like a volunteer retinue for the first time, they can only recruit militia units. If they've been in a professional army before, or if we recruited them from another faction and they have them, they can certainly keep them, the ones that they've got. But if they're going to retrain them, they would have to be retrained as militia. I think that's the fairest way to do it. Fuck it, how's Dan Wei feel about me? Finished watching Spider-Verse with the girls. That sounds fucking horrific. Dan Wei is creative, trusting, tranquil, and strong. Apparently he likes Han Yue, but he doesn't harmonize with her. Creative, trusting, tranquil, and strong. No, I'm going to say that Dan Wei politely refuses to join an unsanctioned army. He doesn't necessarily see it as his job to raise his troops when the Brotherhood doesn't need them. So he's going to say no politely. I'm not sure a tranquil person is going to get involved in shit stirring. What even is it? Is it actually about spiders, or is it something else? We're approaching Zhu Ling now. 30-year-old Zhu Ling is vain, trusting, and honourable. Interesting. He's got no relations. He's 30 years old. Alright. I'll give it you... Well, I'm not giving it you, Doomsday. You get the impression when you speak to Zhu Ling that he wishes that he was serving, but he's got an issue with the fact that your army is unsanctioned. So he's kind of on the fence. This feels like potluck. Why? We're doing it based off of their traits. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, okay. Is that the animated one with a bunch of different Spider-Man things? Like Spider-Girl and Spider-Boy and Spider-Dog and stuff. Adam, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, buddy. And Dano, T5K, thank you for the host. Song Chen writes a letter addressed to the Bandit Queen informing her of Shun Yu's unsanctioned army forming in Pingyuan. Spider-Pig, Spider-Pig, does whatever a Spider-Pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out. He is a spider pig. I'm doing really good, Adam. I'm having a lot of fun with day 11 of our Zhongjiang campaign. Okay, well, stick the 2 we have. Okay. Jingpei writes a letter to Shun Yu saying, close down your army or I will slap you with my mighty long arms. Good lord. This is starting to sound more and more like China for real. Not China now, China in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms period. It's Peter Porker in that film. Did Jingpei write that letter with the blood of the elders he's murdered, for fuck's sake? Alright, There was so Shunyu and Zhuge Ke have raised themselves up in Ping Yuan. I actually think that Zhuge Ke gets to choose his own retinue because he's not an officially sanctioned one. So he is going to. And we are going to enforce this new, like, militia thing. For volunteer units, they can only raise militia. Or retrain into militia. If they've got professional units when they're raised, they can keep those ones. That's going to make the campaign even harder, but screw it. Shunyu writes a letter to Jingpei in some posh language to tell him to fuck himself. Excellent. I'm going to be lurking a lot, messing with stuff on my chatbot and stuff. No worries, Adam. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy what's left of the stream. We've got about 40 minutes left, I think. And... oh, Sarah, honey. Cao Jie actually has a level up, if you're still here. Did my letter make it, or will it take a turn? That is you. Hello. Yes. Your sponsored officer has a level up. Jingpei writes a letter to Jiangwan apologizing for his mishaps. Excellent. Cao Jie. She's a 30-year-old level 3 commander with a preacher background. She's stalwart, greedy and brilliant. And you have two choices. Zeal or understanding. Your letter has made it, David, because she's not that far away. It would easily make it in one season. I might give you a reply after Sarah's leveled Cao Jie. What do they lead to? Both of them lead to composure, because it's in the middle. Zeal leads to meditation, and understanding leads on to nobility. Understanding. Okie doke. Cao Jie has gained the understanding skill. Right. Right. David's written a letter to the Bandit Queen. She has written back to Song Chen, effectively saying, I am not going to turn my army around from destroying our enemies because Shun Yu cannot listen to a single fucking instruction. You are the Chancellor, deal with it. Cao Jie has low satisfaction. She does. Oh well. Depends if somebody wants to do something about it. I haven't heard any word from the Bandit Queen that you're innocent, and you've been quite murderous lately. Who cares? I was framed! I was framed, goddammit! I didn't order the execution of two 73-year-olds. Actually, you did. It's been getting very political in here this episode, Sarah. There's a lot of people forming a lot of opinions about each other. Right, I think we finished this turn. Everybody has moved. Yes, they have. Taiyuan is building something, so yeah, we're gonna boff.
如此才能避免无谓的冲突。
Excuse you? The Duchy of Shuhan will pay us for military access. Yeah, Cao Jie accused Jingpei of stealing money from his own administered commandery, Sarah. Yeah, like your character. So Imhotep's been harbouring a bit of a grudge since then. Shun Yu, what are your plans for this so-called army? You accused him of pilfering money, so I dismissed him from my army. Well, no, we don't know, hun, except for the fact that he doesn't have the greedy trait, and you do. So, He's convinced that you stole the money and framed him for it, but I don't know what the truth is. I don't know how the events work. I'm actually thinking of giving her this. She's paying us money, and I don't care if she's allowed to walk through our land. There's nothing on the other side of it anyway. It would upset people. But who cares? I'm doing it. Accept the deal, says David. And when I noticed him snatching it, I was like, yo, dude, that's not cool. That's our stuff. Oh, dear. But Chung Chung will hate you for taking money from her empire. And she's certainly not a fan of Shun Yu, who seems to be doing everything humanly possible to defy her. Says the thief. Okay. Han Anyue is going to turn around and head back to Chang'an. Zhongjiang, because she is not going to turn around and deal with Shun Yu, is going to continue heading west. Question is she going to head west on the river? Yeah, she is. No, on the river. Jiang Wan, I need orders for you. Shun Yu and Song Chen, I need orders for both of you. My target is Luoyang Port. I will sail down the river. Okie doke. Good lord, your friggin' movement. Shun Yu, you have two choices. Either recall your forces and return to Yanmen, or be subject to a vote from the council for removal from all duties in the faction. Whoa, it's getting heated up over there. Why have I got two of these? Cao Jie and Jujun. Oh, okay. I assume, since Song Chen is dealing with Shun Yu, that he's not moving, but I need Shun Yu to confirm if he's doing anything. Out of RP, what Warhammer 40k Traitor Legion should I play for Horus Heresy? I'm not as big on the Traitor Legions as like Space Marine chapters and stuff. I'm not super big into 40k, but I do love the sort of Imperial Guard and the Tau and Orcs and the Space Marines, but I don't know much about Chaos. I mean, I am the number 3 in power right now. I'd like to promote that unhappy young lady. Perhaps a new title might stop her complaining. I assume you mean Cao Jie, Ryan. How you know she's an unhappy unlady? Probably true. Is beyond me. But I think you could get a message up to Tai Yuan if you wished to. Shun Yu dismantles the army he was raising and collects his things and leaves the faction. I'm going to need you to confirm that that is what you intend to do, Doomsday. And obviously if that is what happens, you won't be sponsoring Shun Yu anymore. You will be free to sponsor somebody else, should you wish. I have little birds everywhere. Okay. So you want to promote Cao Jie to an attendant. The enlisted men come from many walks of life, from many commanderies and towns. They tell me a great many things. I do. Okay. So Cao Jie promoted to attendant. Adam, how do you sponsor people? Okay, I have not done the spiel yet today, guys, so I'm going to do the spiel, Doomsday, before I crack on with that. We are, of course, doing a roleplay campaign, and Sponsor an Officer is available for followers, subs, and viewers at this time. And basically what that means is you pick one of these officers that has like their own name, their own traits, like most of them are random generated, but they're all unique. A lot like sponsoring an animal at the zoo, but instead of pictures on their birthday, what happens is when they level up, you pick the skills that they want to take, what skills you want them to take. You decide whether you want them to have a military or a civil career. If they are a general, then you move their army around the map. If you're an administrator of a civil province, you choose what that province is building. You get to exert your influence on people and provinces around you, and you will be sometimes earn loot, and in some cases you might even get loot that you can dish out to people. You can sponsor one person at a time, but we have got several people sponsoring officers right now. If you are thinking, that's great, but I'd like to join in, but I don't really know what's happened because this is day 11, then on my Discord, which !Discord will get you an invite to, you can check out the hashtag campaign so far channel, which has a recap of every episode that's a few paragraphs long for each one. Or you can use manipulation like Imhotep to get loot. Thinking of Night Lords or Sons of Horus, maybe even the Iron Hands. I don't know who any of them are. I really don't know anything about flipping 40k. Yeah, Guy used to do that with XCOM. I do it in XCOM as well, Adam, but I can't find the time to juggle the XCOM campaign and like this, so I've not been doing XCOM, but I do the same thing on XCOM. Just know nothing about the game. I mean, by all means, pick an officer anyway, Adam. We do this every Monday and every Wednesday at the same time, so, like, I'm sure some people sponsored officers before they understood the game. David plays the game now, but when he started, he didn't know anything about the game. So feel free, you don't have to know how the game works. You can ask me, can I do this, and I'll tell you if you can or you can't. Right, let's get Shun Yu. Shun Yu's going to stand down his forces. So he's going to send Zhuge Ke back, and then he's going to go back. And then, can we do it this turn, or does he need to come back? Are we clicking this button, Doomsday? If you ever get back into XCOM, I'll want a soldier for sure. Yeah, the way I do it on XCOM is basically like followers can name a soldier, but I just let the game decide how they look, and subs basically get to describe how they want their soldier to look as well. That's the button. All right, Shun Yu is leaving. He's gone. And I need to remove him from the list. Sponsored officers. Shun Yu is... I've lost my wiggly line thing again. I always lose the wiggly line. Shun Yu is gone. F's in chat. Was nice knowing you. Doomsday, are you sponsoring another officer, or is this like an OOC rage quit as well? I hope it's not an OOC rage quit. David Songchen still has movement left and has managed to turn Shun Yu away, so I don't know if you want to do anything. Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Fuck's sake. Done with my chatbot and Twitch stuff, so off to Star Citizen now. So back to lurking. No worries, Adam. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it, bud. Stick me in the city for now. Okie doke. And I think that's all we can do for the turn, so we will proceed forward. Ain't rage quitting, just not going to sponsor another one yet. Okay. I feel bad now. feel like we've driven you away from playing. Jugaka is back. Han Anue has gained the honest trait. Yan Men has built a currency inspector office, but it no longer has an administrator. Can she beat him? Yes, she can. And now he moves far. The bitch of the north. Is that really necessary? I mean, if you were doing it for the character reasons, I'm all for it. Like, you don't get like how behind people who are role playing I get. I always worry when somebody role plays something like that it actually is because they're upset. We've captured Wang Yi, the 28-year-old who is arrogant, charismatic, creative, dutiful, philanthropic, and scarred. And Wen Hui, who is 49, relentless, solitary, vengeful, bright, and one-eyed. Holy shit, Imhotech's saying employ. Is that for Wang Yi, guys? Because I did a bad and I went and looked at both of them. Imhotech's saying employ both. Just want to put out there that all of my actions have been from my asshole of a character. I have nothing against Doomsday or anyone else. Yeah, exactly, man. If anybody's sponsoring an officer and like doing something because OOC, like out of character, they just think, oh, I don't like that person and I want to ruin their fun. If I figure out that's what's happening, that person will be banned from sponsoring an officer in the stream. That's not what I want. But like people fucking with each other because it's IC in character, like I'm all for that. That's how it should be. Because otherwise we'd just be playing the game. Employ both as well. We need someone to replace that old fart who's wandered off into the wilderness. You seem to have found my new sponsor character. Good God, which one? We're gonna hire both. And we're gonna replenish. Yuan Yi was killed in battle. And Han Anue, ooh, hello, is going to attempt to return to Chang'an. Oh, I don't like that he can get to her. You know what? She's going to force march to the far side, so the city's basically protecting her. Zhongzhang is going to continue down the river. I need orders for Jiangwan. I need Song Chen to confirm if he's staying where he is. Fuck off, Imhotech. I'd like to marry that commander. I don't know if it works that way. I'm pretty sure that they're both male. Doomsday, are you sponsoring Wang Yi? Is that, did you just say that? 28-year-old Wang Yi, scout background. He's already a legendary commander. Creative, philanthropic, dutiful, charismatic, arrogant, and scarred. I think the game assumes, Ryan, I'm fairly sure that you cannot have two characters of the same sex marry each other in this game. Which does not mean that I think that's the way it should work in real life. I am all for same-sex marriage. But I didn't make the game, and also the game is based in history where that didn't happen at this time in this place. Yes, I'd like to sponsor Wang Yi. Right, let me just edit the list again. Wang Yi. Doomsday. Done. You are now sponsoring Wang Yi, who has a devious attendant and a wooden fish with him. Do you go through the character list and who sponsors who? I'm not super sold on Saojia and I want to see what the selection is at the moment. Yes. David said move to the next closest settlement to the west in our control. I still need Jiang Wan's orders. The next, do you mean city or settlement, David? Because I think Hernay Farmland is a candidate or your city, so you'll have to tell me which one. And I will go through who's sponsoring what. It's a pretty big faction, so bear with. Zhongzhang is the faction leader, obviously controlled by me. Song Chen, who somehow still isn't legendary, is sponsored by David. Han Anyue is not sponsored by anyone right now. Tai Shitse is sponsored by Kao. Jujun is sponsored by Tyler, not Yuan Shu, because he's not the OG Lord Yuan Shu, he's just called that. Is not sponsored by anyone. Are you wanting me to look at people's traits as well, Hun, or am I just showing you who's sponsoring traits too? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll only do that on people that aren't sponsored. Han Anyue is 55. She's direct, uncomplicated, honest, intrepid, trusting, philanthropic, and fulfilled. Not Yuan Shu is direct, fiery, trusting, philanthropic, modest, cordial, and energetic. Tao Jinjin is 33. She's creative, stalwart, tolerant, trusting, trustworthy, and dutiful. Jingpei is sponsored by Imhotep. Song Jian is 37. He's creative, fiery, fraternal, trustworthy, and vengeful. Wang Jian is 36. He's deceitful, kind-hearted, and beautiful. Jiang Wan is sponsored by Ryan. Yao Zhou is 27. He's charitable, selfless, and uncomplicated. Xiao Zhou, I didn't realize how close those two names were, is 26. He's fraternal, formidable, and spiteful. She's spying, so I'm not going to bother with her. Yin Li is actually available again, but he's 67, creative, fiery, artful, vengeful, and feared. Lu Jung is also available. She's 62, committed, competitive, resourceful, philanthropic, pacifist, energetic, and scarred. Song Yang is 53. He's uncomplicated. 53. Uncomplicated, honest, distinguished, temperamental, and tolerant. Tsai Yingmeng is 39. She's stubborn, honest, charismatic, and relentless. Huang Chuan is 38. He's indecisive, fiery, friendly, ascetic, philanthropic, and energetic. Ti Shu Yu is ascetic, philanthropic, charitable, and vengeful. She's 47. Juju is 33. Suspicious, honourable, cunning, and scarred. Dan Wei is 42. Creative, trusting, tranquil, and strong. Zhuge Ke is 24. Agile, distinguished, philanthropic, and defiant. Zhu Ling is 30 years old, vain, trusting, and honourable. Hao Meng is 59. He is cowardly, cruel, and creative. Xiong Tingjing is 32. She's tough, trusting, and unobservant. Wang Yi is now sponsored by Doomsday. And Wen Hui is 49. He's solitary, relentless, vengeful, bright, and one-eyed. Settlement, either one works. Okay. We will move David to... You know what? Well, you're going to be on the road either way, so we'll just move you down that way. I think I want to go back to Good Boy. That, or what was her name? Tao Jinjin. Good Boy, I'm assuming you mean Song Jian. Song Jian is 37. He's the wife, no, he's the husband of the Bandit Queen. He's creative, fiery, fraternal, trustworthy, and vengeful. And Tao Jinjin is 33. She's creative, stalwart, tolerant, trusting, trustworthy, and dutiful. Song Jian, who is he friends with and rivals with? He is oath-sworn with Taishutsu and with his wife Zhongjiang, and rivals with Zhang Yan. And if you wanted Tao Jinjin, she is friends with Jiang Wan and Song Yang. Tao Jinjin is in your army, Ryan. She's your lieutenant, and you also have Wang Jian. I also need to know what your orders are, even though I'm pretty sure it's just bez it down the water. Want to go back to good boy. Who else was on his good and bad list? Keep going towards the port, okay. Song Jian is Taishutsu and Zhongjiang are his oath siblings. She's also his wife. And Zhang Yan is his rival. Where is Song Jian currently? He's with Zhongjiang, yeah, he's her lieutenant. No, the smaller ones. He's positive acquaintance with Song Yang and Tao Jinjin, and harmonizes with both. He's got negative acquaintance with Lady Feng, who was a member of the Song faction. They don't harmonize either. Same Juju, who is in our faction. He doesn't particularly like him or harmonize with him. He doesn't like Han Chong or Wang Lan Lan either, but they would harmonize. Neither of them are in our faction. Are we switching back to Song Jian? He's currently Zhongjiang's lieutenant. In part because Taishutsu is gonna be in the army till he drops dead, I think. Wait, his wife is his sister. Triple G 12K, welcome to the stream. Not quite. It's like they are. She's his oath sister. Like, they swore an oath to be loyal to each other, basically. So, in this game, oath brothers and oath sisters are a thing, but it's all oath. It's not blood. And then because they had a close relationship and they bond well, we decided that they would make good husband and wife. So we're moving back to Song Jian. Alright, let me remove Cao Jie as Sarah's sponsored officer and reinstate Song Jian. That appears to not have done what I intended to happen. What just happened there? Alright, my Discord is being weird, man. No. That comes out. And that goes in. Okay. My Discord list is being odd at the minute. I'll fix that after the stream since we're almost finished anyway. I mean, incest is wincest. No. You should totally adopt me, though. Oh my god. I mean, no, because Cao Jie is on your grudge list, not Sarah. Surely, that's the way it's working. We are going to end the winter just because I like ending in spring anyway, so we might as well take in the next turn, and then that'll probably, well, it'll definitely be the end of the stream then. We're just about on time to have done 3 hours of play. So, living in harmony. It is heartening to see your comrades getting along. These two find they have much in common, joined together by a common bond of self-discipline and austerity. Whilst seemingly severe and po-faced to others, the pair appear glad of one another's company. The relationship deepens between Ti Shuyu and Huang Chuan. Our spy in Lang Juanyan has been promoted to Chancellor, and Hao Meng has gained the energetic trait. Right.
绝不动摇。准备
Han
宿
An
营。
Yue is going to encamp and try and replenish.
胜者王侯，败者寇，保持原样，报仇雪恨。
Zhongjiang is going to fail to attack Luoyang trade port. I'm going to change my plan. I want to beeline to Shi-He. Via what route, Ryan? Are you going to stay on the river or are you cutting across land? I would like to immediately hope to upgrade my city in Shi-He. What, the actual settlement administration? Imhotep? Move me northwest in forced march to defend. That's a hell of a march, David. I don't think you're going to do that in one turn. I think land is quickest. Alright. Are you going forced march or normal movement, Ryan? Actually, river. No, land, land. I'll let you think about it. How are we making so much money? Holy shit. Because we're amazing. That's how. Can I raise my new retinue in Shi-He? What, in the city? Like, right in front of that enemy army? Alright. Let me go through this. I'm going to do it one at a time. This is the last turn of the stream, so we're going to make sure everybody gets what they want in. Starting with Imhotep, who wants to upgrade the city in Shi-He. We're upgrading this to a normal city. Imhotep, yes. Yes. And I'm going to ask this question. Normally I wouldn't prompt because it's completely up to you, but given that they're about to be besieged, are you wanting to spend the extra 2,666 copper to do it instantly? I would like to rush it. Okay, it's rushed. Is there anything else you would like to be done? No. Okay. Let's find out who was next. David wanted to move northwest in forced march. Yeah, we get tribute from the Duchy of Song, which accounts for 8,000 of our income. So they live down here. They pay us 8,000. David, what are we doing?
坚如盾牌，势如利刃。
Yes, Dano, we are taking protection money. That's exactly what it is. Well, it's more like we don't kill you money, but yeah. Considering that pretty much all of the land in here, we just took off them this episode. And then, like, once we'd forced them back across the river, we made them pay us, yeah, extortion money, basically. Move me in the direction of Tai Yuan. It's 8,000 a turn, Dano. They pay us every season. I'm going to move you into Ye, David. Because it's pretty much on the path anyway. Enforced march. Oh, okay. In which case you'll be slightly on the other side of Ye. Right. Who else? Right, Ryan, did you actually decide which friggin' path you wanted to take and at what pace? Can I see my current movement, please? Yes.
保固江山。
At normal pace, on the river you would get down to here. On land you would get to here. No, wait, that's at force march. At normal pace, you would get to around about there on the river. And to there on land. I will take the river at full speed and head towards Shihe fishing port.
下锚。
Jiang 1 is beelining. Zhongjiang is already out of the river. Han Anyue is there. Right, who else wanted to do something? Doomsday, can I raise my new retinue in Shihe right in front of that army? Yeah, but it sounds like suicide, Doomsday. Are you sure?
不，
They have 3 full stacks. The garrison in here is 2 retinues. I would like to kiss my wife. No. Later. Do it, raising the city. Okay. So Wang Yi, who we've just captured from the enemy,
时局变动，
is
叛乱
raising
讨逆，
his retinue in defense of Shihe
精力
in
充
the
沛
city.，
如获新生。
Apparently he doesn't harmonize with the Bandit Queen. Doomsday. So, you know, there's that. But let me just have a look at some stuff here for a second. Okay. Lu Zhong is committed, competitive, resourceful, and energetic. So she's gonna kind of like spur herself into joining Wang Yi's defense.
千层波浪，
Basically,
充实
because
信
she's
念
like all of those things, she wants to help. She's quick enough on the ball to help. And I'm sure I saw somebody else that would fit. He's indecisive, so I'm not going to let him decide that quick enough. I was looking for people that are dutiful, but apparently we don't have any of them at court. So now I'm looking for people that are energetic, but he's a coward, so he's not gonna. No. No. Stubborn might be enough. Stubborn and relentless, maybe. Now, you know what? We're going to leave it at that. Lu Jung is going to join Wang Yi in the defense of Shihe because she's capable of doing that. This is where Doomsday makes it his mission to get as many characters killed as he can. Yeah, Doomsday's new character is Wang Yi. To be fair, this character hasn't gotten Gan Ning captured by the enemy, so he probably won't get as much open resistance. Wonder where Gan Ning is nowadays. Dead, most likely. I bet Shu Han somehow got him. He got captured by Gongsun Zan, but I don't remember us killing him. We didn't kill him. I think maybe Song got him. I'm sure someone... I saw someone dutiful, but they might have been already in an army. Maybe Gongsun Zan warred with someone and got him killed. Can you check the characters list and see if Gan Ning's still kicking about? I guess we can. Two. If he is, we don't know where he is. Because the only Gan we can find is Gao Gan. Right, has everybody moved? They have. Who is this? This is Ju Jun. Right, then we also need to pick a reform. Everybody has been screaming for food reforms, so we'll try and do a food reform. We can get 50% extra food from fishing or 25% extra food from farming. And there's everybody coming in on farming. So the Treatise of Agriculture. Agriculture is technique and methodology. Codifying that benefits all of China. There we go. Right. So let's do a quick overview, guys, of where we're at. We have actually secured the northeast on the northern banks of the Yellow River. Attitude-wise, apparently Shu Han actually really likes us, but unfortunately they are Wu's vassal, so they don't necessarily get a say, and Wu doesn't like us. Song hates our guts, and then Han Xin, Ma Zun, and Long Juanyan hate our guts, but we're at war with 3 of them, and we kick the crap out of the other one, so that's not really a problem. Song is our tributary. We have gained ground on the opposite side of the Yellow River. We have territory in the northwest that we can almost exclusively take if we don't get attacked on this end, because we're at war with all 3 of them anyway. So hopefully day 12, which will be Monday next week, we will be pushing against Han Xin, Ma Zun, and finishing off Lang Juanyan. Does Wei have 2 thrones? Yes, it does. Because in episode 9, Wei became the first of the 3 kingdoms, the first ones to reach kingdom rank, so this was their capital. Wu then captured Wei's capital, which made them one of the 3 kingdoms, which meant they held 1 imperial seat, their capital became another one, and Wei moved their capital somewhere else, i.e. next door, and became the 3rd of the 3 imperial seats. Then Wei recaptured their old capital, so now they have 2 and Wu has 1. Hope that makes sense. Who the hell's that? Oh. So, we've lost Shun Yu, who was run out of the faction by everybody else. We still have 3 positions available in the council and 2 administrator positions. I am actually tempted to give Yin Li a position before we finish this episode. He's 67. So far everybody that's been in these positions has been a player, but it shouldn't necessarily be that way. Yin Li's been a loyal servant since the start. I think he deserves to be recognised. He's 67. He is Creative, fiery, artful, vengeful, and feared. If we promoted him, he doesn't get on with Jiang Wan or Song Qian, but the Bandit Queen and her sister both like him. And because they both like him, and she's going to do what she wants anyway, Yin Li is going to be appointed Grand Excellency. Which means that on day 12, Yin Li will be responsible for construction faction-wide. So now we have a character, an NPC currently, who's actually going to take responsibility for building shit behind what we destroy. Not going to give a court position to Song Jian. Nah, I don't typically give court positions to officers that are in the military. I usually wait until they're out of the military and then give them a position. That's a bit different with some of the players we've got, because players are getting more choice, but the NPCs I'm still running like I do in my single players. So, that's going to be the end of the stream, guys. Let me see if I can find someone to raid real quick, because we've got quite a few people in the stream right now, and I would like to do a raid if we can. Unfortunately, not looking like there's very many people. Yeah. There's nobody really streaming Three Kingdoms right now, and there's not really anybody that I can raid streaming anything that I follow. So I guess we'll not do a raid this week. Or today. Jimbo Jitsu, maybe. Who's that? Who is that? Is that somebody else streaming 3K? There was a couple channels, but it looked like they were all non-English speaking. I don't know who Jimbo Jitsu is. Surviving Mars streaming. I like to try and like either raid people streaming the same game or people that I follow, and I want to help out. I don't want to push a Total War audience onto Surviving Mars, so no, we're not going to do a stream or a raid. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I might, most likely will be streaming tomorrow evening. It won't be Three Kingdoms. I don't know what it will be yet. We'll see. And then I may stream at the weekend during the day, but I will certainly be back on Monday for More War Monday for day 12 of this campaign. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate all of the views, all of the people that have been active, especially the officer sponsors, everyone who's hosted, everybody who's come in and expressed any interest. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I will see you all soon. Hopefully, if not before, then I will see you on Monday for More War Monday. Thank you guys so much for the time being. It's going to be War Dog